The mineral development strategy, once it's complete, is going to be a guide to mining in the Yukon and how it's managed. Everything from staking, exploration, mine operation, closure, reclamation. And I think there's room for positive change with all of those activities. And this strategy is being created by an independent 3-person panel. And their role is really to listen to First Nations, transboundary Indigenous groups, different Yukon government departments, organizations like us, other organizations, industry, Yukoners, you name it. There's a whole bunch of folks involved. And listen to people for what modern responsible mining should look like in the Yukon. And Adil later on is going to talk a little bit more about how you can provide input to this strategy. So the panel is going to take all that input to create a strategy, a draft strategy. And if you look on the figure at the bottom, right now we're in that light blue engagement phase. And we haven't seen a deadline put out yet for when that engagement phase will end. Things are very in flux with COVID, but we've heard possibly the end of July. So you can stay tuned for that. Once the panel develops that draft strategy, those draft recommendations, there'll be another chance for people to comment on it. And then the panel is going to create the final strategy, and that's expected in early 2021. And it's at that point that they'll submit it to both Yukon government and Yukon First Nations for it to be considered and then acted on. And so in many cases, the way that our mining legislation and policy framework is set up, it's really going to be up to Yukon government to get that ball rolling on taking action. And I think that's where you come in. You know, the more people that are involved with creating the strategy, the more perspectives and voices. First, we're going to get a stronger strategy. And then second, if people demonstrate that they're really invested in this path towards more responsible mining, it's much more likely that the strategy won't just sit on a shelf. You know, it'll be more likely and sooner that Yukon government will get that ball rolling on taking action. And then work with First Nations to co-implement the vision and actions that could come from this strategy.